Hello, and how are you this lovely Wednesday afternoon? As far as what's going on for today, it's going to be normal Wednesday night stuff, and I could possibly film stuff if we're having some sort of interesting activity or game or something, but what I feel is probably a better course of action is to go ahead and talk about something that has come to my attention recently. Not that it's something, new or pressing, but just I don't necessarily have like the hugest platform in the world, and so I'm not necessarily going to be able to influence people on a broad scale. But if there's one thing that I do definitely want to do with this somewhat small platform that I've found for myself, it's try to help other people have a better day. Try to encourage people. Try to just be a positive influence in the world. And so what I'm going to share with you is a little bit of a tale of encouragement. I've been playing Super Smash Bros. For pretty much as long as I can remember, whether it was on the N64, the GameCube, the Wii, or now the Wii U, or the 3DS for briefly, but never again that game. But I've been playing it for a really long time, and for the majority of my life, as much as I was aware that, there is like a big Smash Bros. Competitive scene, that, there's a lot that you can do with the game that I wasn't really tapping its full potential, I always thought, hey, I'm pretty good at Smash, I play against my brother and my stepbrother all the time, and I hold my own for the most part, so, how bad could I possibly be on, like, the grand scale of things? And when I first moved out to Burlington, there was a game store right near where I lived, and they were having a Smash Brothers tournament after, a few weeks after I'd moved there. And, I'd still been playing with my friends. We were playing Brawl at the time, since it was before Smash 4 was released. And so I had played some stuff with them a while ago, before the tournament, and it was pretty visible, not that I was just like head and shoulders above them, but, I was visibly the best player in the group. And so I was going into this tournament and just like, man, I beat my friends, I'm decent against like my brother and my stepbrother who play just as much as I do, I'll probably do really well in this tournament. And there were some friendlies before the tournament actually started, just having fun, not necessarily going 100% for the tournament, just playing against people, and I was doing really well in those as well. And so I figured, hey, I probably have a pretty good shot. But then there was a group of individuals that walked into the game store and were signing up for the tournament. And they started getting into the friendlies, they pulled up to the Wii or whatever, and they were starting to play a little bit. And then it was finally my turn for the friendlies, and I hadn't been paying much attention to how they were playing because I was focusing on other screens where my friends were playing or whatever. But then I got into game with them, and I realized they were on a different level from the rest of us. Just from the way they were moving their character, the visible decision-making process that they were having. It was plain to see for me and for anyone who really knew anything about Smash that these guys were good. Like, really good as compared to the rest of the room. And so the tournament progressed, and I was against one of them in the first couple rounds. I don't remember. I think I won the first round, and then I went on to the next round, but then I got completely decimated. Like, not even close, really. It was the feeling of, as much as I was playing the game, I had no control over the flow of the match. And then I learned, like, how much more there was to Smash. Moving forward a while, I started playing Super Smash Bros. Online for the 3DS. And I was playing, like, every day for hours at a time, and it was intense, and I was getting a lot better, because I knew now, like, how much more there was to the game. It was just, like, the first awakening of just, like, oh, wow. As far as, like, the grand scheme of things, like, I have so far to go. But I got a lot better. To the point where, like, I feel like if I were at that tournament again today, with the same level of practice for Brawl specifically, I could probably beat those guys. Just from my memory. Because as much as, I couldn't do much against them, I still could get a couple hits in. And as compared to myself that time, yeah, I know much more about the game, and I'm much more adept at the whole mind gaming and actually understanding the mechanics aspects. But I digress. I played a lot online on the 3DS, and then I got a Wii U, and I played a lot online there. And especially after I first got my Wii U and I was playing online, I was losing a lot still. as much as I'd grown, as much as I knew that I was a lot better than I was before, I was still losing. And I kind of got disheartened by it, What's the point of playing if there are these people who just devote way more time in their lives to the game and are always going to be able to beat me no matter how much I practice, it feels like. And so I kind of gave up on the game for a little while. And I can't tell you exactly what it was that sort of jogged me back into wanting to play it again, but it was just watching YouTube videos or just seeing my friends play or something, and I was just like, yeah, that's a good game. And it's when I realized that, if I were to play to the point where I could be one of the world greats, then yeah, I could be really good at the game. And I would probably still really enjoy the game. I'm not saying, playing your absolute best makes you enjoy the game any less. But I realized that what's most important to me isn't being the best player or being better than everyone else. What's important to me is having fun and just the love of the game. So, you can apply this to whatever it is in your life that you have some level of passion for. I mean, obviously, video games seem a little bit trivial and silly to people who are outside of the sphere, but believe me when I say that all the Smash Bros. Series is such an amazing... Each game is so amazing in and of itself, and the series as a whole is just such a great testament to the fact that games can really bring so many different types of people together if you look at the competitive scene. But whatever it is for you, whether it's video games, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's any other thing under the sun, just remember that, even if you'll never be the best, what's most important is that you're doing what you love. And even on days where it feels like nothing's really going right, that you can't do as well as you should be doing, just still try to have fun with it. Forgive me if this is a little bit out of character for my vlog. I know I don't really do a hardcore, try to encourage everyone video, because that's just not really the sort of person that I am. But this was something that was brought to my attention recently, and I felt, as silly as an experience as this feels like, it's something that has, in a way, shaped the way I look at a lot of things in my life. So I just want to go ahead and encourage everyone out there who might be going through something similar. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I guess I will see you tomorrow.